Hello, this is what you get sometimes when you put the cartridge for SNK versus Capcom Match of the Millennium into a black and white Neo Geo Pocket system instead of the color Neo Geo Pocket color system. This is as emulated, at any rate, by the NeoPop emulator. I haven't actually tried doing this with a real Neo Geo Pocket system, although I do have one, but I never thought to try it. So most games, when you put them, most color games, when you put them in a black and white system, either they would just run the game, but in black and white, or they would just have a screen saying, you know, sorry, you need to put this in a color system, which is what this does, except there's two differences. One is that it kind of does it as an amusing cartoon, and the second is that this isn't the only picture it shows you. Now, maybe some other games, because I haven't studied this extensively, I just checked, I think most of the games I own, which is about 30 in black and white mode, and some of them showed little, screens just saying put it in a color system, silly, but they weren't funny little cartoons like this. And then if you, well, okay, so this is interesting because I don't know who that is. Is that like a gender-bent version of Dictator? And then you've got Claw and Boxer back there being like, why is it a girl now? But wait, there's a bat, so maybe that must be Morrigan? I guess that's Morrigan. I mean, it's hard to tell when you don't have color, but maybe that's Morrigan. It's crazy. Also, her figure is a little weird looking, but whatever. I mean, those two goons in the background are pretty goofy looking too. Let's, so I'm gonna do the little reset function here, which will, I think, simulate, turning the system off and then back on. And lo and behold, you get a different comic image. This soft is only for Neo Geo Pocket Color. So my version of SNK vs. Capcom is a Japanese cartridge that I dumped this from. I don't know if that makes a difference. I could try setting NeoPop's language setting to Japanese. I think it's on English now. So this is showing, characters from, well, it's showing Darkstalkers characters, but also Last Blade characters. I guess some of these do appear, like Akari is in, I keep hitting the menu. Akari is in SNK vs. Capcom Match of the Millennium, isn't she? Not sure what the lobster is from, unless, I don't know. I think that creature in the upper right is from an Akari sleeper move. So maybe that's what the lobster's from too. Or maybe the lobster's from an Athena thing? Original Athena? He was in the lower left, apparently. Not sure who that little, well, is that a snow creature with a duck on its head? I don't know, man. Oh, I guess that's like a super chibi version of, what's her face from Darkstalkers? Okay, so let's see the next picture. Wow, his eyes are crazy looking, so I guess that's Zangief, huh? Is it like 3 Zangiefs? That is I mean, make of that what you will. It's hypnotizing me. What is the one on the right doing? Oh, he's doing like a sit-up. Why? Well, who knows? Okay, let's do the next one. So I think it goes through these in sequence, like it remembers which one you were on somehow. So now we've got Samurai Showdown characters, one of which is dressed in modern day clothing. Kind of freaking out. What's his face? I don't remember. Samurai Shodown character names. I can't play those games. They're too flashy on my eyeballs. Is it Genjuro? Is that the guy in the background? Is it Jubei in the foreground? I think you look good in a tie. Is he thinking about cutting off his top knot? I don't know. Maybe he got fired from his job because of his samurai hair. Oh gosh, what's her name? I was just playing her in the Fatal Fury game, in the Garo Densetsu game. Is it Lee Shangfei? Something like that. She's playing a Neo Geo Pocket Color, that's cool. And she's kind of sweating it. Then Chun's just like, hey, silly. With her gigantic hand as a megaphone. I'm not real sure who that is. He's got a fang. I mean, you would think this is a Samurai Shodown character, but I don't know who. It's drawn in the style of one of the Samurai Shodown illustrators. Yeah, I don't know who that is. This was the one that I saw first, so I just assumed at first that this one was the one that always showed up. But I eventually found, today I found I was mistaken. So here you got King of Fighters K-Dash versus Third Strike Alex. That's pretty cool. Is Alex in? He must show up somewhere, I guess, right? Does he? I don't know. I haven't played Match of the Millennium in ages, but I think my eyeballs might be able to handle it, so I'll have to give it a shot. And is K-Dash saying this to Alex? Is he threatening Alex? Hey, pay attention. Man, they got all this detail. They got his little necklace and his weird gloves. His power glove. Now we have, I guess that's Katie from Last Blade in his non-powered up form. And Lilith from Darkstalkers, both with their cute little chibi-ified Neo Geo Pocket colors. And you've got that Last Blade 1 stage style, sort of flat shaded leaf look behind him. That's pretty cool. You know, there's that one, is it Katie's stage in the first Last Blade game? It's kind of these Japanese, you know, these like reddish brown Japanese maple leaves in kind of a courtyard, and you can see through the gate to the outside, and there's a ship in a harbor in the distance. It's a pretty cool looking stage. So are we supposed to figure that Katie stuck like, did he stick the game cartridge in his Neo Geo Pocket Color, and Lilith only has a Neo Geo Pocket and it's not working right on hers, and she's like, why do I only get this screen? Now this was the one I was thinking of, that they were more like cartoons, because we actually have word balloons in this one. NGP Color, says Kyo in his KOF 2000 era outfit. Iori, just being his sulky self, is saying, what of that? Oh, Iori. So gothy. Look at Kyo, he's just having fun. Iori's got worry lines on his forehead and around his mouth. He's just like, oh, He's like freaked out about it, man. Maybe he only has a black and white system and Kyo's making fun of him. Kinda like this music. Whoa, more word balloon. Now what does meow mean? Is it like a meowing cat sound a person makes? And that's not Morrigan, that's what's-her-buns in a Morrigan costume. Maybe that's why the two Orochi dudes are freaking out. All these artists like drawing various Morrigan takes. I keep forgetting her name, God, why? I'm so bad. I mean, I remember Chris's name, and then that's, gosh, I get him confused with the other guy. I haven't played KOF 98 in too long. Alright, let's do another one. Chizuru? Or is that... I think that's Chizuru. Sorry and King. Both KOF characters. What a cute little chibi king. In her little jacket. And little bow tie. Sorry. I mean, imagine you had bought the game. This brand new, this blockbuster crossover of SNK and Capcom fighting game characters in the mega 32-bit cart. Or what was it? 32 megabits? I don't know, whatever it was. And, you stick it in your system and all you get is this. You probably wouldn't even realize you could get like 10 other pictures if you reset, cycled the power. You probably wouldn't care. You'd be bitterly disappointed anyway. You might just take the cartridge out and throw the system and shatter it on the wall and swear well, now you can't play it again. You're not going to play anything until you can get a color system. Anyway. Or maybe you just go back to playing KOF R1, which is a pretty good game. So this is Metal Slug with, that's not Shangfei. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Is it Shangfei? Is it Chun? Maybe it's Chun. I like how he's saying help and she's just thinks he's adorable. This is pretty much the best one so far. Capture! Ooh. So it's like turning the tables on the usual thing, right? Because usually you're rescuing human hostages from the aliens. Here she's capturing an alien. That's pretty good. Alright, so we've gone through all of them, I believe. I mean, if I keep resetting it, it's just going to cycle the same ones again, right? Yeah. So, this seems like... So that's apparently what happens when you stick SNK vs. Capcom at the Millennium in a black and white system. Maybe someday I'll test it with the actual hardware, but I doubt it'll be any different from this, and I probably won't bother. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, of course we all know what happens when you stick it in an actual color system. You get shocking, bold colors and animation. I don't think Maya was in any of those little color warning screens, was she? So I will do a actual color match of the Millennium episode at some point if my eyeballs and I survive the attempt. I think it'll be okay. I mean, some of the supers do have kind of flashy effects. Kind of like that. But, I think I can handle it. We'll find out one day. Until then, I guess just enjoy these 10 or so little bonus screens you get in a black and white Neo Geo Pocket system with the cartridge. I didn't know that today that you got that many little cartoons, and I certainly didn't know there was an adorable Metal Slug one. That's pretty rad stuff in there. Thanks for watching, and see you later, maybe. Oh, I forgot. So now I've set NeoPop's language setting to Japanese, and you get Japanese text. At least so far. Let's quickly go through them. Okay. Yeah. Now he said something different. Like he actually is saying something. He's not. Oh, you can click? I didn't even think that. Okay. Wow, he says a lot of stuff. Well, shoot. I'm gonna have to try this in English, because there were probably some I didn't click on in English, huh? So they have a whole, like, conversation. Arexu. K-dash. Please forgive my poor vocalization. And they have a whole conversation, so they aren't just saying put it in a black and white system, they're actually having a conversation. Well, heck. I don't think that happens in the English one, but we'll double check that. No, but it still has the same English lettering in the background. Again, this is a dump of a Japanese region cartridge, because I think that was cheaper. I lost my original cartridge when in some luggage theft at an airport. It might have been at SeaTac, I don't know. And when I went to go buy a replacement, I think it was just cheaper to get a Japanese cartridge at that point. But I don't know if there's actually any difference. Look at all this dialogue, still says sorry in English. SNK. This was the SNK version of... Were there different versions? There were for the card battle. I'm not sure now, I can't remember. If there were versions, I would have got the SNK one. Of course. She still says capture in English. In the picture. It says something like Masa Poparu? I don't know. Is that the alien's name? I should have looked at her name. Okay, that does say Morrigan in katakana. So, of course, that is Morrigan. I think that says Athena. And, my katakana is too rusty. brain is tired. We're not gonna get into the rest of that. Anyway, lots of talking. Now I forget where I started with these. I don't think we saw this one. Zangief's got a lot to say to himself. Okay, this is where we started. SNK vs. Capcom option. Okay, so I think that's it, right? We've already seen these, I think. Chun-Li. Shang-Fei. If I hadn't forgotten all my katakana, I'd at least know what his name was. Taka something? Takashi? Who the heck is... Could it be Takashi? I don't know who that is, even if it is Takashi. Anyway, I'm gonna switch the language back to English. And, okay. Language is English, so let's reset. That's all it says. You don't get any of the character conversation. Oh, that blows. Did they just not? They just didn't have this part localized. I mean, they basically just got the $2 localization for this bit. Oh man, that sucks. I want to know what all those characters are saying to each other now. I mean, I don't really care that much, but it'd be nice if they'd translated that. Help! Well, I mean, maybe in the actual English cartridge it's different, I don't know. I don't have an English cartridge to dump, and I'm not gonna get one. And I'm not gonna download a pirated ROM of one, because I don't care that much, I guess. If you want to do that and make your own video, or if you have an actual US Canadian SNK vs. Capcom match with a Millennium cartridge and a actual Neo Geo Pocket, you could do it. This unit. All I do is talk about the unit. Well, I think I've looped it now, right? Have I? I don't know. What of that? Says Yuri. What of that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw this already. Well, that's too bad. Definitely saw that. Alright. So... there is definitely that localization difference, at least from this Japanese version of the cartridge, when you change the language setting on the system, which I think I think that's what Neo Geo or NeoPop is emulating, because if you turn the system on without a cart in it, you'll get a BIOS, and you can change the various system settings, including the language. So that's different. That's distinct from the actual region code of the cart that you got. And the systems were they weren't region locked, so you can play like a Japanese region cartridge in a US Neo Geo Pocket or Neo Geo Pocket Color or whatever. Okay, well, I think I have now managed to not miss any obvious massive thing like clicking through the additional dialogue on these screens. Okay, well, again, thank you, and bye-bye.